Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for a controversial view. Now, today we're going to be talking about Curse of the Demon. Now, I've had this in my collection for quite some time. I do believe I got it at a thrift store, and if you can see it here, it clearly says Curse of the Demon and Night of the Demon double feature. Well, that's not exactly the truth, and that's part of what this controversial view is going to be about. Now, Joe and I watched Curse of the Demon, which is 82 minutes long. And that also comes into play. The DVD is kind of what I would call, false advertising, but not really, because these two movies are exactly the same, except for a different runtime. Now, Night of the Demon was brought out in Britain, and Curse of the Demon, the name was changed and it was brought out here. The difference of the runtime is the Curse of the Demon is 82 minutes, Night of the Demon is 96 minutes. And that's kind of where the controversy begins. Now, Indicator also released a Blu ray, which boasts having 3 cuts of the film. And the difference in the third cut of the film is that I believe it has both title cards and like an amalgamation of both versions. I do not have the Indicator, but that's what I could gather from what Joe has told me and from what I've read. Now, of course, this comes off as you're buying a double feature, like I said before. And the way I have my DVDs, I keep all my multi-packs, my double features, my triple features, and, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many movies there are on these multi-packs in a certain section. And Joe and I had talked about doing this one. And I told him the weird part about it, because I'd been looking at the Indicator because I was curious of why it had 3 cuts and why Curse of the Demon and Night of the Demon weren't 2 different movies, because I thought Night of the Demon was a sequel. I was very unfamiliar with the film. So we decided to do this for controversial view because it kind of looks silly on a DVD, having it be like 2 different movies on the same set, even though they kind of are different movies. 82 and 96 is a pretty big difference. From what I can gather, there's a lot of dialogue and, other stuff in the film, but we're going to get to that at a different time. Now we're going to talk about one of the other controversies of Curse of the Demon. Now, the director, Jacques Tourneur, filmed this and wanted the demon to be shown gradually throughout the movie, but never completely. You were never supposed to get a complete look at the demon. You were supposed to kind of use your imagination. And I've always said that imagination is a lot scarier than maybe seeing something straight out, at least in my opinion. But the company actually redid part of the film behind his back. And what they did was they actually showed the monster twice in its entirety, because that's what they felt would sell the film. Of course, he was not happy about this, which I understand. I mean, nobody likes to have their work bastardized. And I get that. I completely understand. And I wonder how I would feel about his vision, even though I do think to some degree the director should be allowed to carry out his vision of the film. I'm just curious as to what you guys think about that. Now, as I said, in this movie, they do show the monster in its entirety twice, close up and everything. But he didn't want that. He wanted it to be more of an imagination thing. And during the movie, you do get drawings of the monster, so you kind of get a decent idea of what the monster should really look like. So your imagination, what would it do to the monster to give you nightmares or make you afraid? I don't know. I mean, I love this movie the way it is. Absolutely love it. But I wonder what it would have been like if his vision would have been carried out the way it was supposed to be. Let me know what you guys think. And don't forget to check out Joe's controversial view for Curse of the Demon. Physical media matters. And until next time, peace.